Okay, so as you know that we have added the gangster mansion. Now in this video we will add the player house. Okay, so for that choose an area inside your map. For example, I will first of all select this weapon shop and player and move it right here, because right here we will be adding the player house. So let me move this player and weapon shop to this position. Okay, and after doing that, let's select these buildings, and after selecting it, let's move it a little bit right here. That is it. After the buildings, we now have this whole area for our player house. So what we can do, we can just simply drag and drop it right there. And then let's go inside the house. As you can see, there it is. This is everything. Okay, let's rotate this player house on the Y axis by 180, and then let's move this house right here. As you can see, let's move it to this position, and let's move it to the ground. Now if we check it out from the inside, okay, everything is set up. This will be the ground for this player house. So now after adding the player house, let's click on play game and let's see how does it looks in the play mode. Let's walk towards the player house. So as you can see, it is really smaller, so we need to resize this house. Okay, if we click on this house .fbx file, click on model, let's make the scale factor to 0.7, for example. Click on apply. So as you can see, it has been resized. If we now select it again, let's move it to this side, and if you notice, it doesn't fit this area really well. So what we can do with it now is, actually we need to expand this area. So what we can do is, let's just actually delete these buildings. Click on player house, and let's move this player house right there. Okay, now like this it will look good. Okay, and also let's move this player house to the ground, because as you can see, it is on top of the ground. So let's move it like this. Okay, now it fits the surface. And once you do all of that, let's delete these gates from the player house. But before deleting it, let's play the game again and see now how does the size of the player house is. Now as you can see, the size of the house is really good. Okay, as you can see, we can go inside the player house like this, but this area is a lot more smaller, so we can resize this house a little bit even more. If we click on it again, let's change it to 0.8. Click apply. Now as you can see, it has been resized again. If we select it, let's move it down below like that. Then what we can do now is, let's delete these gates, because with these gates the game become laggy, so we don't need these gates. But in order to remove it, first of all click on prefab, unpack completely, then select this first door, delete it. And where are the other gates? Okay, delete this one as well. And if we get in here, everything else will be, we'll just leave everything else as it is. Okay, from here we will remove this bed, this thing as well. And instead of the bed, if we go inside the furniture folder, then inside prefabs, as you can see, there are all of these sofas. So right here we will add one sofa right here. Okay, and let's resize this sofa as well, like this. Okay, so make sure that you resize it, and then move it to this position, and that will be it. Then move this sofa inside the player house. Okay, and now as you can see, everything else looks really good. Just remove the gates from this player house and you will be good to go. Okay, so now we have this player house. Let's drag and drop it inside the environment. And once you do that, let's select the surface of this. Actually, let's first of all select the whole house, move it to this side a little bit. Okay, and then select the surface of this player house, and let's increase this marble area like this. Okay, and once that is done, we are good to go. Now, since we have the player house added, now inside this player house we will be saving the game right here on this sofa. Okay, and also we will be now adding the player vehicle right here. Okay, because the player will have a garage, so it will have all of the vehicles right here inside this area. Okay, so in the upcoming videos we will be adding player vehicles. But now before doing anything, let's move this weapon shop to the player house. Okay, right here all of these weapons will just be right here in front of the player house, or in the backyard of the player house, like that. Okay, you can put the player house anywhere you want, you can add these weapons anywhere you want, but I will just leave them right here. So now in the next video we will add the player vehicle, so let's just end this video right here.